Dear students, in this video I'll be discussing experimental number 9, design and implement an asynchronous counter using decade counter IC to count up from 0 to 9. So this is the input will be provided by the examiner. Whatever the value of n, based on that we need to design that count. So n can be less or equal to 9 and demonstrate on 7-segment display. So first thing you need to focus on how you can design and implement this asynchronous counter. So using a decade counter IC, so which should be counting upwards from 0 to the count whatever has been specified, and demonstrate this on the 7-segment display. So before we start with this problem, we need to focus on what is a counter. A counter which counts the number of clock pulses applied to it. So counter can be designed, or we can say instead of design, counter is a set of flip-flops where we have multiple flip-flops connected together, where we can able to store a data over there. Since this data will be shifting, so we keep upgrading this count. Suppose if the present value was 000, so once we apply an X clock pulse, that will be upgraded to 001. Like that we keep upgrading this count. Either it can be upwards or it can be downwards. So this problem talks on the up count, and based on this value, suppose if my n is 8, this counter should be designed like 0 to 7 it should count. As soon as it becomes 8, it has to reset back to 0. That is how it is. So decade means 0 to 9. By default with this counter we can able to design 0 to 9. Based on the input of the examiner, you need to design that particular counter. So the second point is asynchronous. What is the meaning of synchronous and asynchronous? So it is synchronized with respect to the time. The time in the sense here is the clock pulse what we are going to apply. So for example, we have 3 flip-flops. All the 3 flip-flops clocks have been connected together for the same clock. Then this is called as a synchronous counter. So when there are 3 flip-flops, 3 bits, so 3 bits, 8 discrete states it can able to count. So similarly, we have 3 flip-flops, so 3 bits, 8 discrete states, but the clock of the first one has been given directly. The output of the first one is given as a clock for the second. Output of the second is given as a clock for the third. This is called as an asynchronous counter. So this is how the synchronous and asynchronous counter differs with respect to the clock input and also with respect to the delay. Since everything has been simultaneously working, the delay of the circuit is like delay of one flip-flop. Since this has to wait until the first one has been complete as process, so the delay here, like to get the clock itself, it takes one flip-flop delay. In order to get the clock itself here, it takes 2 flip-flops delay. So the delay here would be adding up based on how many flip-flops we have in the circuit. So then now we discussed what is a counter, what is an asynchronous counter, what is synchronous counter, and also we know what is a decade counter. So it has 10 discrete states. It has to be implemented using an IC. IC in order to implement this is 7490. So this has to be demonstrated on a 7-segment display. In order to display this on the 7-segment, we require this IC 7447. So 4 inputs, 7 outputs. 7490, 0 to 9 it will be counting. I'll just open the pin diagrams of both of these ICs. This is the IC 7490. So it counts 0 to 9. Easily you can remember. 74 is a TTL logic. It counts 0 to 9. So it is 7490. That's it. So just a simple trick to remember the IC number. That's it. So it is having a 2 clocks. Clock pulse 1 and clock pulse 2. So CP0, CP1. And these are all the inputs. So total basically it is a 14-pin IC. Few pins are not connected. Wherever you find this NC, it is not connected. So then This MR1, MR2 are the master reset pins of the IC 7490. MS1, MS2 are the master set pins of the IC 7490. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 are the outputs. This is ground. This is VCC. These are the things, very important thing for the counter. The input is a clock pulse. Since it is a synchronous counter, the input directly will be provided for pin number 14. Output of the first stage will be provided as an input for the second stage. So in this Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, the most significant bit is Q3, the least bit is Q0. This Q0 bit will be connected as an input for the next stage. So CP0 directly will be providing. This Q0 bit, pin number 12, will be connecting back to pin number 1 as in clock. Output of the first stage will be as in clock for the second stage. Then we look in what is this MR1 and MR2, MS1 and MS2 later. Now, the 7447 is a 7 segment BCD to 7 segment decoder driver. So this is BCD to 7 segment decoder. It is a 16 pin IC. So 74 is the TTL logic number, and 47, 4 inputs, 7 outputs. So here the inputs are A, B, C, D. So D is the most significant bit, A is the least significant bit. Based on the inputs what we receive across this ABCD, that particular in order to display the digit whatever it receives, so the respective display segment will be on. So here these are the 7 segments A to G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These are the display segments of the 7 segment, the VCC and ground. So these 3 are very important things when we want to make this 7447 work. Along with this VCC ground, even these 3 connections are very important. This test, this RB output, this RB input, all these 3 we should connect together, put it to VCC. Means we need to make this IC work, it has to be given to VCC. This is the theory associated with the 7490, that is the asynchronous counter. You can just go through with these things. Now we need to design the decade counter based on the given mod. In this it's been shown with the mod 10, that is decade counter. When we apply the clock, it's keep counting. It starts from all zeros, it reaches till 1001. QA is the least significant bit, QD is the most significant bit. Now we need to realize this using 7490, and its output has to be driven to the 7447. So 7490 is the IC, where I've already discussed. These are the output pins QA, QB, QC, QD, and the clock directly will be given to pin number 14. The output of the first stage will be provided as an input clock for the second stage. We'll look into these 4 pins later. VCC and ground connections has been done. These outputs of the 7490 will be driving it to 7447. So again, this is in the increasing order, like least bit, and this is the most significant bit. Then next, in order to make this IC work, I just told that 3, 4, 5 should be connected to VCC, and then this pin number 16 is VCC, pin number 8 is ground. Once we receive these input, these segments to be connected appropriately to the 7 segment display. So the 7 segment display looks like this, or the 7 segments. This is how it will be. So here it is A, B, C, D, E, F and G. When I want to display the digit 1, only B and C will be high. If I want to display the digit 0, when I want to display the digit 1, only B and C will be high. If I want to display the digit 0, except G, rest all is high. If it is 8, all this to be high. If it is 2, A, B, C, sorry, not C, A, B, in case 3 suppose, A, B, C, D and G. In case of 2, A, B, D, E and G. This is how it will be. This is how these segments will be on. In the 7th segment, we will be having 2 types. One is common cathode, common anode. Cathode of all the LEDs, because all these are like an LEDs, cathode of all these as being connected together and put it into ground. So we are going to provide the inputs for the anode. In this case, so when we provide an high input, this LED will be glowing. This segment will be on. This I can't call just as an LED. This I can call it as in segments. When I provide a high input for this, so this segment will be high. So that is how we are going to write it. These are the A, B, C, D. So the 7 segments. So whenever high input, this will be glowing, or this will be high in case of common cathode. In case of common anode, all the anodes are connected together given to VCC. If I want to make this work, if I provide the low input, this will make this segment high. So these are the segments. So whenever I provide low input, this will make this glow, or this will make this on. So in our experiment, we are using this common anode 7 segment display. So means internally we are providing the low input in order to make this particular segment high. In this, if these are the low inputs, it will make that particular segment high. If these are high input, it will make that particular segment off. That is how it will work. So the internal circuit of 7490 is like this: mod 2 and mod 5. So mod 2 is in the first stage. So directly we provide the clock input for this mod 2, and we are going to extract this as a least significant bit QA. The output of the first stage will be driven as in clock for the second stage. So this here will be having 3 outputs, since it is mod 5, 0 to 4 it counts. In order to represent 4, we require 3 bits. So these are the 3 bits: QA, QB, QC and QD. So the clock will be directly given to mod 2. The output of mod 2 will be given as a clock for mod 5. This is about the circuit connection over there. Along with this, we have an VCC and ground in order to make this IC work. So this also been done. And very important thing about these things are like, we need to focus on the set and reset pins of these ICs. So both of this will be having one set pin and reset pin. MS1, MR1, MS2, MR2. So this set and reset pins, these are the 2 set and reset pins of mod 2. These are the set and reset pin of mod 5. The meaning of set means make the output of mod 2 as high. That's it. Reset, make the output of mod 2 as 0. Similarly, when I provide MS2 as high, it will make all these 3 outputs of mod 5 as high. If I make MR2 as high, it will make all these 3 as low. This is how we are going to write the circuit connection of the decade counter. Now I need not to set or reset. If I just leave it open, then this will be, I don't know what will be the output because it looks like a don't care, right? So that is the reason we don't want to provide any input for this. So I input for this, we just make these two to ground. The pin numbers of this set, reset, you need not to worry. You can just directly get these details from the pin diagram. So MR1 it is pin number 2, MR2 it is pin number 3, MS1 it is 6, MS2 it is 7. Like that we can directly use these pin numbers and do the circuit connections. But now this circuit is working like when we provide this clock and these are the outputs we are extracting and VCC ground has been done. Master set and reset of both the counters has been connected to ground. So this IC work like a decade counter. It counts from 0 to 9. Now for the different mod, whatever has been specified by the examiner, we need to do it now. Suppose I just want to do it for mod 9. Let me do it for mod 8. So mod 8, it will count from 0 to 7. So all 4 zeros into 2, 0, 111. So now what can I do? I need to modify my circuit which counts only from 0 to 7. As soon as it gets 8, it has to reset back. And I already know this reset pin will work like whenever there is an I input to this reset pin, it will activate and it will reset the flip-flop. So when we look into this, what is the reset we need to do it? Not just the most significant bit, all these three. So when we are looking into all these three, this is the output of the first mod, that is mod 2. These two are the output of the second mod. So we need to connect these two. So just interchange the, since we are not using the set pins, these two set pins of both the counts mods have been connected together, given to ground. So these two are the reset pins of both. Now both of these should be connected to this most significant bit QD. Like this we can able to realize mod 8. Thank you.